Good day, everyone. It's Thursday, May 21st, day 66. Stay safe at home. Ron Crider here at Victoria at Indian River Shores. As I say every day, love all those likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Push, push, push the like button if you want to like. No shout-outs today. The shout-outs are for everyone who watches the videos. I do appreciate it. Thank you all so much. I have a lot of, well, quite a few people who watch pretty much every day or every other day. Personally, I think it could conceivably be obsessive. I've been accused of being obsessive myself because I do these numbers every day. So I don't really care if you don't watch it every day, but check in every once in a while just to see what's going on. The weather forecast for Vero Beach today, about a 40% chance of rain, mostly sunny early, then increasing clouds with some scattered thunderstorms this afternoon. High today will be about 89. Winds south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain during the daytime today is about 40% here in Vero Beach. And then tonight, 50% chance of rain. Scattered thunderstorms early, then partly cloudy after midnight. Low about 71 degrees. Winds southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain tonight's about 50%. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention released updated guidance for reopening our country. The guidance comes as all 50 states have started the process of relaxing social distancing restrictions. Guidance for schools recommends that staff and students, especially older students, wear face coverings during the school day. The recommendations also call for shared equipment such as gym, art, and games should be limited when possible or cleaned between use. Should probably always be cleaned between use. The guidance also calls on keeping students' desks 6 feet apart and facing in the same direction. Carbon dioxide emissions have dropped 17% during this pandemic. All told, the decrease in global emissions during the pandemic has been precipitous. What a great word. Where did they come up with that one? But in the grand scheme of things, emissions have been increasing so reliably since, well, pretty much the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, that so far COVID-19 is but a blip in the upper trajectory. The biggest decrease we have seen in one day takes us back to 2006 levels. So this is really showing us just how emissions are increasing through time every year. This incredible drop in emissions only takes us back 14 years. The ongoing controversy regarding the Florida Department of Health website worker Rebecca Jones continues to churn. The state claiming her position was not as important as she reported. She claims the state tried to pressure her into manipulating the website numbers to make the state look better. Well, will we ever know? You're not going to believe the allegations that are being thrown back and forth between the state and her. And we really don't know if any of them are true. Probably a fragment of each one of them is a little bit true. But once again, it's politics, on and on and on. And the politics continues in Washington. There's virtually no reason whatsoever to watch TV right now because all they're doing is battling with each other about this next stimulus package, when and how much and who's going to get it and who's right and who's wrong, and talking about the president taking his drug. Now his drugs are going to run out. Now what's he going to do? Big deal. So quite frankly, and I'm walking down the middle of the road here, I'm not picking any sides. There's no point in doing that. I mean, does it really make any difference if you're a Republican or a Democrat? It's still going to be a war going on up there in D.C. Okay, folks, I'm going to bring you the numbers right now. This is a really busy day here at the Technical Operations Center. As you can see, lots of stuff going on in the background. So I'm going to try to get them up as quickly as possible. If they were be delayed today, I apologize. I will get them up more timely on Friday. Have a really great day. Here come the numbers. Okay, folks, here we go with the Florida numbers. We're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to give you some percentages and see how this works out. So let's start out. Total people tested in the state of Florida, 815,584. That's 42,915 more. And the total positive people tested were 48,673. That's an increase of 1,204. And if you put a percentage to that, that's 5.97% of the total people tested versus the positives. So out of all the people that were tested, 5.97 tested positive. And that seems to be a reasonable number. Now, the negatives, 765, 254, those are the good numbers. We don't worry too much about those. We're going to go over here and take a look at the hospitalizations now. Hospitalizations for the state of Florida were 8946. 8946, that's an increase of 265. That's 1.1%. 1.1% of the people who tested positive actually went into the hospital. It's a good number. It's not a bad number. And then of the people who died as a result of this, there were 46 additional ones, 2,144. 2,144. That's 0.02% of the people who were tested positive that died. So it was 0.26%. And that's how it's going to be as we continue to go through here. Now let's take a look at on 5/20, that would be yesterday, well, a lot of new cases in the state of Florida. A lot of new cases, that's not necessarily bad because there were so many more testings. There were 42,915 more testings in the past 24 hours. So there was 1,237 new cases, resident cases in the past 24 hours here in the state of Florida. Let's go to Indian River County. Okay, folks, here we are in Indian River County, 3,783 total people tested in Indian River County, and that's 463 additional testings in the past 24 hours. Positive was 3,672. 3,672, there was 461 new positives. That's fine. Those are good numbers. And then we'll click over here and take a look at the hospitalizations. Now, in the hospitalizations in the state of Florida, and this is just for Indian River County, there were no new hospitalizations and no new deaths. But the numbers that I was wanted to tell you about, we started off with these positives, 2.91%, 2.91%, which is lower than the overall state, were people, out of the people who were tested positive, 2.91%. And for the entire state, it's 5.97%. So that's a good number. And as far as the people, hospitalizations is 0.69% of the total people who tested positive. And it was 2.4% of the total people who have died as a result of it. And let's take a look over here. Once again, on the 20th, only one new case. Always I say one too many. Only one new case here in Indian River County. So all we have here are zeros and ones, with the exception of over here on 5/2, we had 4. But we're looking fairly good here. And statistics-wise, easy for me to say, right? The numbers are good. 2.91% of all the people who were tested positive. So that's good. That's very good. Now, let's go down to Dade County and see what's going on down there and see how this shapes up. All righty, here we are in Dade County. 152,690 people have been tested. Tested positive were 16,367. 16,367 was 333 additional positives tested, and that turned out to be 10.72. 10.72% of all the people who were tested positive. So that's not particularly a good number. That's kind of a high number at the moment. Compared to the overall state of Florida, which is 5.97%. Now let's go over and take a look at the hospitalizations for Dade County. Hospitalizations for Dade County, 2,573, 2,573. There were 91 new hospitalizations. That is 1.69% of the people who tested positive went into the hospital. And 602 deaths. It was 13 additional over the past 24 hours. That's 0.39. 0.39% of the people who tested positive passed away. And we'll take a look at yesterday over here with the new cases, 345. That's quite a big number, 345. It's one of the larger numbers in the past 15, 20 days. Not a good one. And look over here on 5/16, not good at all. Again, these are just cases. This doesn't mean anybody passed away. What we have to do is kind of wait and see how they work out. What we're more concerned about is the deaths. That's the most important thing we're looking at. And the hospitalizations aren't good either, but the deaths are the number that we're really concerned about. Now, from Dade County, we're going to go up to Broward County, which is Fort Lauderdale. All right, here we are in Broward County. Broward County tested 87,362. That was an additional 3,526 testings in the past 24 hours. The positive tests were 6514. It was 107 new positives in Broward County. That was 7.46%. Now, that's kind of a high number compared to the overall state. The overall state is 5.97%. So it's a little bit higher there in Broward County. And if we take a look at let's go over here and take a look at these numbers. Hospitalization, 1,362 and 1,362 for Broward County. 1,362 for Broward County. There were 14 additional hospitalizations in the past 24 hours. It's 1.56%, and that's kind of a large percentage as well. And there was one new death. That's 0.33%. So the death is 286 for Broward County. Now, over here, once again, there's a pop-up, 116. That's a pretty big number as you look across here and see where they all are. Bear in mind, there are a lot of testings that are going on, so these numbers, yes, are definitely going to go up. Now, from Broward County, let's pop up to Palm Beach County and see what's going on up there. Okay, folks, here we are in Palm Beach County. Total people tested 59,948. That was an increase of 2,774 in the past 24 hours. Positive, 4,968. That was an increase of 192. That's 8.29%. That's a pretty big number, 8.29%. Now let's go over here and take a look at the hospitalizations for Palm Beach County. Palm Beach County hospitalizations, 998. It was an increase of 50. That's a big number, 50. However, if you take a look at that, it's 1.66%. Pretty large number. 1.66% of the people who tested positive went into the hospital. 308 are the number of people who passed away, and that's an increase of 17, and that's that percentage is 0.5% of the people who tested positive passed away in Palm Beach County. However, look over here, pretty big number, 189 people yesterday. We had two pretty good days over here on the 19th, 67, and on the 18th we had 57. That's a high number. That's the highest number we've had. It's 171 over here, and it's 172 over here, and here we have 189. Looks like the most in the past 30 days. So that's not going to average out very well as far as our decline is concerned, as you can see. Now, from Palm Beach County, we're going to go up to Martin County. Now, here we are in Martin County. Martin County, 5,974 total people tested in Martin County. Additional 1,225 were tested in the past 24 hours. 472 positives. That was an additional 53. That percentage there is 7.9% of the people who were tested tested positive, 7.9%. And let's take a look over here and take a look at the hospitalizations. Now, the hospitalizations for Martin County, a total of 65 hospitalizations, 8 new hospitalizations. That's a 1.09% of the people who were tested positive, 1.09%. And that's a little less than the overall state of Florida, which is 1.10. So it's a little less there. And there were no new deaths included in this number because there weren't any. So that's a good thing. The deaths stand at 8. Unfortunately, look over here, 64 new cases. Not a good sign. It looks like it's ramping up, but it could be ramping up because of the number of people that have been tested. 1,225 people additionally that were tested in Martin County in the past 24 hours. So that's a fairly big number. Now, from Martin County, we're going to go up to St. Lucie County. Okay, here we are in St. Lucie County. St. Lucie County, that would be Fort Pierce. 8,624 total people tested. In the past 24 hours, it was 1,324 of more people tested, including in the 8624. 349 tested positive. That's 13 additional, but that percentage is only 4.05% as compared to some of these other places. So 4.05 is going in the right direction there as far as the percentage of people. So let's go now and take a look at the hospitalizations in St. Lucie County. Hospitalizations were 87, and that was an increase of 1. The percentage there is about 1%. And the deaths in St. Lucie County were no change, still sitting at 28. That's 0.32. That's very good. Let's go over, whoa, look at this. 12 more people over here. This is another spike again. So again, as I say, not the worst thing in the world. We don't like seeing these, but these could just, people get sick and they'll get better and they may not go into the hospital and hopefully they will not die. So that's a very good thing. From St. Lucie County, we're going to skip over Indian River County and go to Brevard County. Brevard County, I keep telling you, is in Melbourne. Melbourne is in Brevard County, rather. Total people tested up there, it's going to be 18,075, 18,075. Additional 562 tested. That wasn't a whole lot of additional people. 376 people tested positive. That was 4 additional ones. That's only 2.08% of the people who were tested positive. That's a good thing. Of all the people who were tested, only 2. That's a good number. Then we go down to the let's go over here. We're not looking at those negative numbers too much anymore because they don't mean that much to us right now. And the hospitalizations in Brevard County, 54. And of the 54, only 1 new hospitalization, 0.03%. And as far as the deaths are concerned, there were no new deaths. That's sitting at 11. It hasn't changed. That's 0.06% for those. So percentage-wise, and this is since we started, this looks really good. Looks very good up in Brevard County. Now let's go over to Orange County. Here in Orange County, total people tested in Orange County, 59,598, an additional 1,497 in the past 24 hours. Total people tested positive, 1,726. There were 18 new positives up there. That's 2.90%, almost 3% up there. So it's not quite as good as Brevard County was. And then we had 57,809 who tested negative. Let's go over here and take a look at the hospitalizations. The hospitalizations in Orange County, 6 new hospitalizations in Orange County. The other day it was 294, now it's 300. 6 new ones. That's 0.5%. That's a fairly decent number as well. And if we take a look at the deaths there, no new deaths were recorded. There were 38 the previous day, and there still sits at 38, no new ones, 0.06. So Orange County is looking pretty good. All righty, folks, let's go over and take a look at the very big numbers. And here we are for the big numbers for the USA and global cases. USA, 1,556,749 total cases. USA deaths, 93,606. The global cases, 4,858,850. That's the global cases, 4,858,850. And the global deaths, 321,105. Those are the numbers for today. I hope I haven't confused you too much with these percentages. This was given to me by one of my faithful viewers who suggested that I throw the percentages in, and quite frankly, I think it means a little bit more than the actual numbers, so you'll have a better idea of how they look. I'm thinking about having a place where you can just bring up that spreadsheet and see it, and you'll be able to see exactly what those numbers are. So those are the numbers for today, May 21st, Thursday, day 66. Stay safe at home. Have a great Thursday. Here are the thoughts for today, May 21st, Thursday, day 66. Life is what you make it. It always has been, always will be. Who said that? Grandma Moses. Now, you probably don't know who Grandma Moses is, but she started painting for the Hallmark Card Company when she was 90 years old. Grandma Moses. Life is what you make it. It always has been, always will be. Don't count the days. Make the days count. Don't count the days. Make the days count. Very important. Who said that? Muhammad Ali. One more coming up here. Your imagination is your preview of life's coming attractions. Your imagination is your preview of life's coming attractions. Albert Einstein. And Ron Crider says, don't be a part of the problem, be a part of the solution. Come on, everybody, be a part of the solution. Make it happen. Go out there and make it happen today, and you be a part of the solution and don't contribute to our pandemic. You have a really great Thursday. I'll see you again on Friday. Hope you have a wonderful day.